Cadillac just pulled the covers off of their all-new electric vehicle, the Lyriq SUV. Now, there's a lot that we don't know about the Lyriq yet, and the press release that they gave us says that this is a show car at the moment, and the rumor mill tells us that this is not going to be 100% of the production Lyriq, but it's probably going to be about 95%, and it certainly shows us the styling direction of the Cadillac brand. Details are scarce, so I'm just going to run through the photos and let's talk about what we do know. The front end of the Lyriq does look like it's pretty close to production. We have this very distinctive front end look here, pretty slim LED lights. It looks like most of what we see here should be just fine as far as North American vehicle compliance goes. Be sure to let me know what you think about this design down there in the comment section below. Now, we don't know exact dimensions of this vehicle, but it looks like it's going to be approximately the size of perhaps a Tesla Model S. It definitely looks a little bit bigger than something like the Model 3 and Model Y. And all the rumor mills are pointing to this costing somewhere between about $70,000 and $90,000, somewhere in that range. So again, very certainly a Tesla Model S sized vehicle, Model S priced vehicle. And interestingly enough, this is also going to be one of the first electric vehicles in the US, other than the Porsche Taycan, that is going to be really competing with Tesla directly on performance. Again, we don't have too many details here, but we're told to expect 0 to 60 times of around 3 seconds or so, and that certainly sounds possible because we know there's going to be an absolutely enormous battery in the Lyriq. According to this press release, they say there's going to be an approximately 100 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, and it's going to give us approximately 50-50 weight distribution with a rear power bias. Also, an all-wheel drive system is going to be available with a second motor up front. And these are the latest General Motors Ultium batteries that use nickel, cobalt, manganese, aluminum construction. Supposedly, cobalt content is down 70% versus the batteries that they're using, for instance, right now in the Chevy Bolt. They've also said that this EV platform will be able to handle a stacked battery module on top, enabling capacities of probably up to about 200 kilowatt hours, so certainly one of the longer range EVs that we'll find out there on the market. Cadillac is currently saying that they're expecting the range to be over 300 miles with this vehicle. The interior reminds me a little bit of the Cadillac Escalade, but taken to the next level. We have an absolutely enormous LCD in the dashboard, 33 inches diagonal. It spans all the way from to the left of the steering wheel, all the way across to where a traditional infotainment system would be. When it comes to gadgets and technology, Cadillac certainly has what it takes to compete with Tesla, I think, right at the moment, because this is going to be getting the latest version of Cadillac's Super Cruise system. Super Cruise is currently the only hands-off-the-wheel autonomous driving system available in the United States. Tesla's Autopilot with full self-driving gets us a little bit of the way there, but you still have to have your hands on the steering wheel at the moment. Now, it does have the promise of bringing us full autonomy at some point later, but that's simply not here yet. Cadillac Super Cruise system, however, as long as you're looking at the road, you can drive with your hands off today. You can actually buy a Cadillac right now that will do that, and this will have the second generation version of the Cadillac Super Cruise system with expanded capabilities. The expanded capabilities include better lane keeping, the ability to change lanes, and we also have supervised remote parking where you can be inside or outside of the vehicle and perpendicular or parallel park it. Let me know what you think about the Lyriq down there in the comment section below based on the pictures that you've seen here. I'm really intrigued by this because General Motors has been in the battery electric game quite a long time, really. Even though worldwide Nissan has outsold pretty much everybody else when it comes to electric vehicles, a lot of their experience has gone into their air-cooled battery technology in the Nissan Leaf. And General Motors has been at the liquid-cooled battery game for just about as long as anybody out there. We had the Chevy Volt, and then we had the Chevy Bolt. And remember, General Motors in the United States has sold more things with plugs than Nissan has, almost as many things actually as Tesla, because they're the second auto manufacturer to completely run out of their federal tax credits. And the phasing out of tax credits is based on annual sales. I'm also intrigued by the fact that we're going to get all of their latest safety systems as well as Super Cruise. Now again, there are a lot of details we don't know just yet, but we do know that sales are probably going to start in China a few weeks at least before the United States. So they're probably going to be the first to get their hands on the all-new Lyriq once it is available. When it comes to charging, General Motors has let a few details slip. Some of them are interesting and some of them are a tiny bit disappointing. The first thing is DC fast charge rates of over 150 kilowatts, they're saying. That is definitely slower than the fastest charge rates that we see out there available in the Porsche Taycan and, of course, the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. But it is definitely faster than something like the Chevy Bolt. It's 3 times faster than the Bolt, faster than the average out there right now. And remember, there aren't too many CCS charging stations in the US that will take you on up to 250 or above. But I would have liked to have seen 200, 250 kilowatt rates in the Lyriq. We don't see that yet. But the interesting thing here is we're going to get pretty fast level 2 charge rates, and that may be more important to most people out there. That's going to come in at up to 19 kilowatts. That is Tesla Model X and Model Y fast. The average EV on sale in the United States outside of the Tesla lineup, which generally has faster level 2 chargers on board, charges between about 6.6 and 7.4 kilowatts. But this is going to be nearly tripling that average up to 19 kilowatts if you have access to that kind of level 2 charging station. That means that whether you're charging at home or charging at work, as long as you have the electrical infrastructure to support that, you should be able to gain range considerably faster than any EV out there currently on sale. The interesting thing in the Tesla lineup is that you used to be able to get some of their vehicles with the dual charger option, but that is no longer the case. At this point in time, the fastest charger they have is 16.5 kilowatts, but that is still significantly faster than anything else out there until this new Cadillac rolls on the scene, where it should be charging just about as fast as those pre-refresh Model S's that could charge at 22 kilowatts. Be sure and let me know what you think about all that down there in the comment section below. And of course, check out the Cadillac website because they're probably going to have more details than we were able to cover in this video. We're just going off of all the things that they've given us in advance of the launch here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, check back here for another video as soon as we get more details on the all-new and upcoming Cadillac Lyriq. I'm really excited to see what this means for the future of General Motors EV plans because it does appear that General Motors has spent an awful lot of cash on this, and they may just beat brands like Infiniti to market with the full EV because Infiniti is promising, but we haven't seen one on sale just yet. We do have the new Nissan Ariya coming up soon. It's not quite going to be a competitor to this, however. That's because the Ariya is expected to be less expensive. So if you're looking for a less expensive EV from someone other than Tesla, the Ariya looks really interesting. And if you want something that's more luxury oriented, this Cadillac Lyriq appears to be really tasty. I'll see all of you later.